Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I will not take long because I can see the sun is scorching and we have been patient this far. I want to take this opportunity to thank God for giving us good health and for allowing us to come and grace the ceremony of closing the academic year 2022. As teachers, we are happy seeing you here. It is a sign that you are appreciating our being here, and at the same time, it is a sign of respect. We really thank you for showing up in this day. We want to believe going forward, we are going to be having more parents, and I think the director is able to see that our school is grown up and we need a better shade when we are closing the school. This may not repeat itself because initially we have been closing and many of our parents have not always come. So your coming to us is a good sign, and I want to believe we will do something in the next academic year when we shall be closing school, because we expect more of you to attend and to come upon such a day. The next thing that I want to say is that this far it is because of our God, and there is none that all of us can thank except Him for the good care and for the grace that He has continually shown us. I want to really help you and ask you, joining me in hand in thanking God for His good care. I'm thanking the parents once again for cooperation, for our operations here in school to be done. It is because of your cooperation and assistance that you have continually given to this school. Through paying fees, giving counsels where it is necessary, I really want to thank you and say, may God bless you. We ask you to continue being there when you are needed. Whatever it is that perhaps did not go well or augur well with you, be it that your child was affected in one way or the other, be it that the school did not do that which you expected of it, we want to believe you have all reasons to forgive us because it wasn't intentional. We ask you to bear with us in all our shortcomings, and we pray that you help us in prayer that we may make a change come next year. I want to, at this moment, thank all the pupils, and I want to call upon all of you to be attentive, that you may listen to what I am going to say. You behaved well, and a good number of you exceeded expectation when it comes to behavior and character. We are releasing back pupils who at home we refer to as children, who are well behaved, and children who knows what they want, and pupils who also understand how to use their time. When they come home, please don't dilute the work that the teachers have done in their character. Ensure that you give them an opportunity, yes, to play, but at the same time keep watch so that they may not borrow from the kids that they are going to meet when they are at home bad behaviors, and they come back here and feel like we are putting them in jail. The Bible says that if we are able to walk in accordance to the law of God, then the law shall not become a burden to us. Once the law becomes a burden, then the environment becomes a jail instead of a place of learning. And therefore, let us allow our pupils to record good behaviors when they are at home, so that when they come to school, they are conformed and they are able to meet the standards required of them in regards to behavior when they are in school, that the school may not look like a jail to them next year. I want to ask all the pupils, when you are at home, be aware. Your parents will not keep on reminding you like we did here about where to play, who to play with, and when to play. So when you are at home, ensure you know whom you are playing with, where you are playing, and the time you are playing. There are people that are out here in our nation, Kenya. The business they are doing is abducting children. Once they take you, they will kill you. So don't just play anywhere and don't just accept being closer to anybody. I want to ask all of you to ensure that you are under the care of your parent and you take the instructions as they will be given while at home. To our teachers, I really want to thank you so much because we have worked well with you since the beginning of the year. I want to recommend the work that you have done because our children have behaved well and they have also performed well as is expected. When we come back next year, together, I pray that we move on as we have been doing and we can better our best because I believe we have achieved our best. I want to bring to the attention of the parents that this year, God was lucky, God was favoring teachers, and a good number of our teachers were absorbed by the government. You are able to notice that we are not having Mr. Othim. You are able to notice that we are not having Mr. Stafford. You are able to notice that we are not having Mr. Ojejo. You are also able to notice that we are not having Teacher Duncan Olo. They were absorbed, and in their place, we have qualified teachers to replace them. I want to bring to your attention that this year we have the following teachers who have joined us to replace the teachers whom I have mentioned their names, and they are doing their work just like our brothers who were absorbed are doing. Allow me to introduce them again so that wherever you meet them, you know this is a teacher who is teaching your child. Mr. Madala, wherever you are, I want to ask you to come and greet this congregation. Mr. Alo, once again you will come. Mr. Alo has been with us since term 1. And we also have teacher Simon Sabato. You can also come and greet these parents. You will just greet them as you say your name because they don't know who is Mr. Lo, who is Mr. Madala, and who is Mr. Simon Sabato. Please, you can proceed. Stand in front there so that you say your names.
Oh, parents, I greet you. Good morning. I am teacher Alo Andrew, currently a teacher at Rongo. I am a resident of Nyateke sub-county, just within Migori County. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm teacher Okomo Simon Sabato.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Praise the Lord once again.
Amen.
I'm Madala Abraham from Homa Bay County. Currently, I'm a teacher at Science Academy.
Welcome.
Okay, those are the new teachers that we are having. Teacher Abraham, Teacher Sabato, and Teacher Alo. When you meet them, know that they are part of our team as Rongo Shiners fraternity. And you can greet them in case they may not remember you. I really want to appreciate the director of the school because she has considered her teachers for a priority, and she has also considered your children for a priority, that we don't just employ anybody in the name of a teacher, but we employ teachers who are qualified and teachers who have good names wherever we are getting them from. I believe going forward, we are going to add more teachers because we believe you are going to bring to us more children. I look at you and I see signs and symptoms of healthy parents who are going to give birth and bring us children. If you don't give birth by becoming pregnant, you can give birth by selling our schools and bringing us what? children. So then I want to believe the director will add us more teachers to match the number. The next thing that I want to say, teachers, parents, and pupils, is that our performance as a school, I'm talking about academics, I want to request that you keep quiet wherever you are. Academics of our school and our school performance to this far isn't bad, and we are actually meeting expectation and to some extent exceeding expectation. It is my prayer that you help us in prayer, because we are having both grade 6 and class 8 as candidates for this year, and they are going to start their exams on Monday next week. It is my request that we help them in prayer so that God may consider them as they are going to do that exam, that they may be able to be healthy and may be able to do that exams well without any problem. I request you to consider praying also that they may pass as they do their examination. I think I had talked to their parents, and all that they are expected of, let him stop. All that they're expected of, I want to request that by tomorrow, if you happen to be here and you're a parent of grade 6 and at the same time class 8, by tomorrow, all the things that they're required of with, that they may be able to do their exams, please ensure they have them. We are expecting a good result because we know the far we have done our work. Once the result is out, let us join hands in celebration of the good result. We want to announce that up to now, we haven't considered having grade 7 and grade 8 in our school, because we are not having it very clear what the government has considered for the grade 7 and grade 8. When it is done and at the right time, I promise we are going to have it. And on that note, I want to bring to your attention that we are considering to have a new construction, which will be a story building just behind there, which will begin anytime after the KCPE, so that we are able to accommodate the number. And this tells you, therefore, that we really need you to respond by paying school fees for those who may not have done it as it is required. We wholly depend on the fees that we are paying, that we may be able to do all the projects that are required of in school, because our school has nobody for a sponsor except the parents. We are also going to have the mud that we have also always been experiencing in our school done away with, because we are going to ensure that cabros have been put everywhere to ensure that the mud and the dust is highly controlled and our children can be shining in neatness as the school name suggests. I still want to encourage all of you to come in, pay fees, and even if you can sponsor a class, you can also go ahead. It is not wrong. It is here where your child's future is being built. Personally, I don't have any problem if I request you to join hands in giving support. And you must not wait to be called for, because Waswahili sisi tunaamini kwamba ungwana upo katika kutenda na tabia ni matendo. So I want to request all of us, when you feel like you want to give a support, like the classes, some of them need renovation to be done, you can just come out and sponsor a class. It is not wrong to do that, and I believe it is a blessing to you as a parent. The next thing that I want to request all of us as parents is to ensure when our pupils are at home for the 2 months that they are going to be at home, we have what we call parent involvement in the CBC curriculum. I wish we had conducted a seminar so that we may be able to tell you that which the government expects you of to do. I don't think it is the government, but it is the work that you're supposed to be doing. When your children come back home, don't interact with them just for a day discussing the results. Also follow up by encouraging them and giving them something to do so that you are also sure whatever you are seeing in the report is exactly what your child is able to do. And for that reason, I join hands together with the teacher who spoke before me to ask all the parents to ensure that at least they have the holiday homework book and their their children are able to at least, after playing, have their books and also have revision materials that can engage them while they are at home. It is better you take time and know what your son or daughter is able to do than employ a teacher to teach them in the holiday. It means you are not helping your children in their learning. So it is not my encouragement that you employ teachers to take time with them while they are at home, but it is my encouragement that you be involved in all the ways that you are able to be involved. Coming next year, I hope I will be able to call a seminar for all the parents that we may be able to discuss and talk something about this CBC thing and advise each other so that we just move on when we are together and we are also in the understanding of what is expected of us. In the last week of the holiday, that is 1 week to opening, we are going to conduct our interviews. For all who want to join our school, we want to request that you be aware of this. We shall announce this in our walls, through our teachers in their status, and we will also be having some posters if possible. When you hear about it, tell your brother, your sister, and your friend to bring their children, that we may be able to do our interviews early, that when we open, we can just proceed with our teaching as is required. I want to say, parents, that you have scored in very many areas, but in one area, I request you adjust. When we have your children here as teachers who have been employed by the management of this school, I want to tell you it is not business as usual. We also need you to come in very many ways. To a teacher, our attitude is made better when a parent motivates us. Our motivation in school is not only through giving gifts, through giving cash, but even coming that we may share together with you about the performance of your child in school is a motivation to a teacher. When a teacher has sent a child home, maybe because this or that is required, be it academics or be it something touching on character, it is a good show when you make it to school and discuss it with a specific teacher. That is a motivation, and it is also respect. It shows that we are mutually understanding one another and respecting each other. So I call upon our parents, apart from the gifts that some of you have continually given to us, I wish Mr. Manyala would be here. I would have applauded him in front of all the parents because of his commitment to ensure that the teachers of Rongo Shiners have been motivated and have also been touched, have also felt the touching of the parents. That is the encouragement that I want all of us to do. Mama Blessing, be blessed. This is one of the ladies that have shown to Rongo Shiners that she's really concerned about our activities here. Wherever you are, I want you to feel really blessed. You can stand up and wave as I say whatever I want to say. Thank you so much. She encouraged us to be very serious with school clubs, the clubs that we are having here. And she has gone to an extent to look for sponsors for the clubs that we are having in school. This is the lady that when we were going to Kisi for competition as an integrity club, she offered to go with us, fueled a vehicle, took her husband plus all her children, and was able to motivate the children until they were able to win a trophy and bring home. She has not only done that, she has ensured that all those children that were members of the group have been bought scissors and have also been bought materials that they are using, both in class and even during the club. As we are speaking, she has promised that she's going to, I'm forgetting the right term in English, but anaenda kutushonia nguo wanafunzi wote ambao wapo katika klabu hiyo, na amesema kwamba hata walimu ambao wamehusika lazima atawashonea nguo iliyo na jina la kundi lenyewe. I really want to appreciate you and may God really bless you for that. There are many things that she's promising, including taking these children to go and compete elsewhere when we become active as teachers. Teachers, you have duty to do. As I'm speaking, I'm seeing my teacher, Mr. Tom Omol. He loves those things, the activities that I'm mentioning, and I think he has not just been challenged. So I want to ask you teachers, take these things seriously, that we may be able to go places because of our parents. I know willing parents are also there, and they will join hand in helping us to realize our best in all those activities. As we are closing, the following are the things that you expect your child to carry home. 1, we expect your child to carry home either a report form or an assessment book. The assessment book has details of the things that is expected of a child to cover in the class that has just ended. And we have indicated the performance and the ability of your child in that assessment book and even in the report form. So when they come home, discuss with them, especially on the areas of their weaknesses, when you sit together as a family. The next thing, we have also given to your child book list. What I talk about book list, I mean textbooks. When we go to the next class, there are textbooks that have been approved by the administration and have been approved by teachers to be used in our school. I know we have very many teachers in the public schools, and I'm requesting you, we may not be using all the books that we are using there. The government has approved very many books from very many companies to be used in teaching these children. We have that opportunity, and we also have that advantage that as private schools we can choose among the best after what we consider. When the companies visit us through their suppliers, they give us the books and we assess them, and at the end of it we can choose what we consider the best. I'm not afraid to tell you that our government today may not be able to consider giving all the books, being that companies are too many, and a lot have been involved, so that a given company is approved to books that are being taken to the primary public schools. So when you just bring for us those books, number one, you are putting our school at a risk. As a teacher, I have witnessed when the government is following their books in the private schools, I have witnessed when more than 30 books are being taken into the latrine because of the fear that the government is, if upon getting them, the school management will be taken to prison. So when you bring them here, you are putting us at what? At a risk. Because when they do their check, when they get those books, they say we are the ones who have tolerated. So I beg you parents, buy those books. Buy those books. You have chosen that your child can learn in academy. Be responsible. I request that we get that clearly. So we have given a book list that we have approved. As they are coming home, check and organize yourself on time. The next thing, we have also given a newsletter. In the newsletter, there are considerations that we have made, including appreciating you parents for the good work, plus some few things that we needed to inform you about. Ensure you go through it when you get it. Fees, I will say just two things about fees as I sit down. One, very many parents were hit hard by the economic challenges that we have in our nation. As a result, you did not pay your fees as is required. I know we take into consideration that challenge as a school, and we are requesting, may you take time and reorganize yourself so that when we come back, we may not experience what we have experienced. I tell you for free that our teachers are paid salary well, and we are paid salary throughout the year. So if you are not going to consider completing paying school fees, it means we are not going to celebrate our December holiday as teachers, because she will simply ask me, did you collect fee? And indeed, you can remember, if the fee is not collected and we also deny giving your children services, how hard you feel in your heart. So we have done our part. We request you to do also your part by ensuring that fees is paid. Our account is open, and I want to request that when you are in the holiday, whether you completed paying school fees or not, go ahead and pay school fees so that when we open next year, you have it easy and you avoid the inconveniences that at times we have. Lastly, we have considered the hard time and the economic challenges that we are experiencing, and sitting down with the school management, I requested with her that the best we can do is to share cost, because when you look at what we had for fuel, for example, when we began the year, and what we are having for fuel in terms of price as we are speaking today, it is very high. When you come to a liter of oil, let me say 20 liters that we used to be buying at 2,000, 1,800 at times. Today things have gone so high, and we are not seeing anything like there may be a change downwards. We are just seeing something like there can be a change upward. So it is very hard even to be able to do budget as a school and ensure that things work for us. I therefore request you, parents, that after our consideration, we have affected the fee of term 3 by 1,000 shillings. Every other thing has remained as it was. And I want to believe you will take this easy and cost share with us so that we are able to manage the activities of the school as is required of us. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. Celebrate your holiday, and may God keep you safe that we may meet again. Thank you. At this point, I'll welcome our director to say a few words. Then we shall just rise up and pray as we close the school officially. Karibu.
Okay, to our dear and beloved parents, our able teachers, and learners at large, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon once more.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yeah, just cheer up, we are almost winding up. Okay, first and foremost, I want to take this opportunity first to acknowledge God for His divine protection throughout the academic year. We have all the reasons to thank God this time, because for the last 2 years, or the last 2 academic years, we have been closing down the school in a sad moment. I can remember the first one, we lost a pupil, and the last academic, towards the end of the last academic year also, we lost our support staff. And it was a very big challenge on our side. And this time round, God has been on our side. We are going home while we are happy. We are officially handing over your kids in good state and health, and everybody is happy, and we